Before I begin tonight, let me urge you to pick up the Chick comic books if you don't have them. The Force, The Godfathers, Alberto, and Double Cross. Be sure you have those. They're difficult to get because the Catholic forces have put on so much pressure to ban Jack Chick's books, all of them now, because of the exposure of the Roman Catholic system. And I would encourage you to get these books, study them closely, and know that they're based on historical fact and not Catholic fiction. You have to realize that the Catholic Church has managed to stifle all criticism for about the last 30 years. When I was growing up as a young man, coming up around Bible-preaching churches in the South, every Bible-preaching church that claimed any relationship to the Bible was attacking the Roman Catholic system as the harlot church, without exception. And then there came a time of great ecumenical glory, and the charismatic sweep was the opportunity the Catholics had waited for, and they joined eagerly in it. When you can't stop something, you join it, infiltrate it, and try to take it over, and that's exactly what's happened. It doesn't mean that the charismatics are all bad, but many non-charismatics have a bad taste in their mouth because of the Catholic infiltration. Chick's books will give you some documentation on what has happened, what is happening. Also pick up Ralph Woodrow's The Babylon Mystery Religion. They have all of these at the book table. I would encourage you to do without something else and take these home with you if you have to. You need these books to study and find out what is true, because believe me, the truth has been suppressed for a long, long time. If you don't think the truth has been suppressed, you try. When Jack Chick released Alberto, a 69-cent comic book, the Vatican shook worldwide. Can you imagine anything as big as the Roman Catholic institution? I don't like to call it a church. I associate the church with what the Bible's talking about, and the Roman Catholic institution is just that. It's an institution, it's a hierarchy, it's a monstrosity. Can you imagine a 69-cent comic book shaking the Vatican, which controls millions and billions of dollars and multiplied millions of people in an ironclad grip? A 69-cent comic book. If they had ignored it, most people would have never heard of it. But instead, in Europe, they immediately moved where they had control and banned it. And this called attention to it. They moved, and they moved in on the bookstores here, the Christian bookstores, and they've blackmailed every Christian bookstore not to handle any of Jack Chick's material. They've tried their best to put him out of business. He followed Alberto with Double Cross, then The Godfathers, and now the worst one of all, The Force. And, of course, the other one is, what's the name of that blue book? Can't think. Smoke Screens, yes, you need to get that one, too. It has some lovely pictures in it, where they're sawing off a man's head with a cross-cut saw, some Catholics, sawing off somebody else's head. This happened during World War II, chopping them off with an axe, all these neat little things that somehow didn't get reported to you. The Roman Catholic institution is one of the biggest monstrosities that the world has ever spawned. It's the worst thing that's ever been spawned out of the mouth of hell. And it's a part of the conspiracy that is dragging everything down. It's a big part of the New Age movement. Oh, is it ever? By the way, get the New Age book, too, Coming Holocaust by Dave Hunt. Constance Cumby book is not out yet. Pray for Cumby, by the way. She doesn't even understand how dangerous the Roman Catholics are. She's been in our church. We loaded her with material before she left. But she doesn't know. She doesn't see the integration. It's amazing to me how Walter Martin, Constance Cumby, and others who research can miss the role of the Roman Catholic monster in all this. For she stands out like a sore thumb as the leader of the horrors perpetuated on those who believe in the name of Jesus.